One area in the kid story format that people always seem to have more questions about or they want more information about is that last part, the discovery and response questions. I'd like to explore some of that today with you in relation to using why questions. It's something that we see a lot in the business community. You keep drilling down. Why are we doing that? Why? Keep asking the why until you finally get to that bottom line where there is no answer more than what you've already answered. And you keep answering the why question. But sometimes that could be a downfall when we're talking to kids and we're trying to get a discussion going and trying to get a response from them. Well, let's explore that today here on Kid Story Quick Tips. Sometimes when we use the why question, people can become very defensive. They begin to wonder, maybe I didn't respond and he's looking for a different answer. Maybe there's a different response that I should have given. And so it makes them feel very defensive and they don't know how to respond back to the question that you're asking them. Now you could preface with, I wonder why, which then makes it more inquisitive. It makes it so that you're definitely interested, and it takes that defensive edge off. Other ways that you can utilize and ask other response questions and get other responses from your kids or participants in a workshop is to use the statements of how and what. How did you come to that conclusion? How else could the people have responded? I wonder what made you say that. Now, it helps take that defensive posture off of the person that's responding. They don't have to feel like, oh, I didn't answer quite right. Now, again, it's all in the attitude, because you can ask a really good why question with just that inquisitive, your body motions and just your reaction to it could be one of, I really want to know, why did you say that? Help me to understand. Or why did you ask that question? Same kind of question, but gets a totally different response. So we have to create that atmosphere. We've talked a lot about that. Kid Story is all about creating that environment, creating the atmosphere where it's safe to share. And it also goes with the questions that we ask. But our suggestion would be is, why not substitute how and what instead of asking why? Or put in, I wonder why you would say that. Let me give you an example of a time that I got asked a question and I could have just asked why, but it probably wouldn't have come out very well. I was teaching the story of feeding the 5,000. And somebody at the end, and this was an older teen, said to me and said to the group, was that really a miracle? Maybe everybody just shared their lunch with everybody else. Now I'm thinking to myself, that's really a dumb question. But I didn't say anything. And if I asked why, I might have put this person on a defensive posture. So instead I pushed it back to the group. And I said, I wonder what the rest of you think about this. And I could have asked her the same question. I wonder why you're asking that. I wonder what's in the story that's making you question what really happened. And so in that, it puts a posture of inquisitiveness. It makes it so that I'm really interested. It makes it so that the group can be involved and not put the person on a posture of, maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe my response wasn't done well or is good enough for what the leader's looking for. So here's our suggestion for you for this week. When you're seeking to get a response from a child, Instead of just saying, why did you respond that way? Just say, how did you come to that conclusion? Or what is it that is in you that is causing you to respond that way? Might get a totally different response than if you just ask, why did you say that? Again, check your heart, check your attitude, create that atmosphere and that environment where it's safe for kids to share. Thank you for joining us here on Kid Story Quick Tips. God bless you.